What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we have a bunch of cool stuff when it comes to Battlefield 6, news and everything, and some hot takes on the game. So we're going to talk about a video showing a sniper doing some crazy stuff, and then David Sirland commenting on that video. And what David has to say is kind of interesting in my opinion. We also have breaking news about Battlefield 6's campaign, which is going to have a showcase in Tokyo Game Show, which is going to happen on September 26th. Also, we're going to talk about a new leak showcasing some sort of gold skin on a weapon for Battlefield 6, which is kind of interesting in my opinion. By the way, you guys go down in the comment section, let me know what you think about gold skins on Battlefield 6, and I'm going to tell you what my opinion is about that down the line in the video. We're also going to take a look at the new Sobek city, which is one of the bigger maps in Battlefield 6. We're going to have tanks, transport vehicles, attack helicopters, jets probably, all those kind of stuff. We're also going to talk about the Sledgehammer, which is now an all-kit melee weapon, so it's not, specific to assault class anymore. And finally, we're going to talk about invites being sent to Battlefield Labs participants. As we're getting closer and closer to the release of Battlefield 6, the amount of invites being sent are rising, so you better check your inboxes as well. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and start with what David Sirland actually has to say on that leaked video. So in my opinion, the first thing that's very interesting is that David Sirland, the lead producer of Battlefield 6, actually commented down on a video that's basically a leaked footage of Battlefield Labs. So that's very interesting. But the thing is, I'm not going to be able to show you the video because I won't be able to risk it. That's a leaked video and YouTube might take my video down. But I'm going to explain to you what's going on, okay? There's a engineer sniper playing in Firestorm on a tower with all sorts of defenses around him. And he also has resupplies and all those kind of stuff. And he's sniping from the tower, taking people down, while also using the MBT law to destroy a tank, okay? So that's the entire thing. Ghost Gaming actually posted this on Twitter, saying a classic demonstration of why open classes don't work, support with ammo resupply and sniper, an APS gadget, and engineer with sniper and launchers on Firestorm getting constantly resupplied. It just creates these ridiculously broken combinations. David Sirland, however, responds like this. That button still exists, as in the originals, and the fact we have more AT on the map isn't really a problem either. Let's not pretend this type of gameplay is effective in any shape or form. It really isn't. Unless you can safeguard the position, which can be cleansed with fire. Then Battle Nonsense comments down, saying AT as an anti-tank, there's a problem. We have way too much anti-tank and anti-air firepower in the hands of infantry. Infantry is more dangerous to vehicles than vehicles are to infantry, with helicopters at bottom of the food chain, with next to no survivability. David responds to that, saying that is a balance issue wholesale, not specific to this special situation, however, and one we are actively working on. Rather have two weak vehicles over too powerful to start. It's a tricky one as players get better at using them over time as well. Now, the entire open versus locked class system is really a hot take. It's been a hot take ever since it was basically a thing about Battlefield 6. Now, I gotta admit two things, okay? When I played Battlefield 6 beta, I was playing open class and it didn't really matter to me. Like, honestly, it didn't really matter at all because, first of all, the maps were smaller. You couldn't hold a situation like a tower or anything like that. And honestly, I couldn't tell if open class system was something drastically different from locked class system. However, there's one very important thing that I can't really figure out about open class system. And the thing is, open class system became a thing ever since 2042 was a thing. If it was going back to Battlefields before 2042, even before Battlefield 5, I could actually defend open class system. I could defend it saying it has a place in Battlefield history, but the problem is the entire open class system became a thing with Battlefield 2042, and I don't understand why DICE and basically EA is trying to push this thing, okay? That's the problem. In my opinion, it's not going to break the game having open class system. But the thing is, EA is pushing it with no good reason but to please people who are not originally from Battlefield. Like, they're not originally Battlefield players. And they want to sell skins to people who want to use a single weapon on every single class. In my opinion, that has to be the thing when it comes to forcing open class system. Now, they're not forcing it, honestly, and they say that you're going to have both options at launch. They're not forcing anything. But like it or not, even in the open beta, open class system was right there in front of you while the locked playlist was down there at the bottom right, I guess. And, it was concealed, honestly. So what they were trying to present and what they were trying to advertise was the open class system playlist. But we don't have a lot of time. Let's move on from this. You guys go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. But we have breaking news about a new look at Battlefield 6's campaign at Tokyo Game Show on September 26. From 13 to 14, Battlefield 6 single player live showcase, the developers and English voice actors of Battlefield 6 introduced the upcoming first-person shooter, including a look at the single player story mode, featuring executive special producer Philippe Ducharme and senior creative director Roman Campos Oriola. According to the Computer Entertainment Suppliers Association, also known as CESA, Battlefield 6 will have its own booth at Tokyo Game Show, where developers will talk about the appeal of this game, including solo play and storytelling. Now, this is going to be interesting because we know that the single player campaign of this game is behind schedule big time. I guess it was around 2 months ago where an Insider Gaming article actually went live saying that developers are actually burning out from creating and trying to develop Battlefield 6. And in that article, they also talked about the single player campaign being behind schedule and basically being the least developed part of the entire game. Now, what's interesting is DICE is trying to tell people that the single player campaign is going to be ready on launch. October 10th, you're going to have the single player campaign. Now, we have to wait and see what we're going to get, and make sure to stay tuned because that sure will be covered in the channel. Now, taking a quick look at the new Sobek city, we have a small picture here basically showcasing before and after basically destroying a part of the map. So as you can see on the left side, we have a non-destroyed building basically. And on the right side, after destroying everything, you can see that buildings are half destroyed and the street is visible, those kind of stuff. This is officially the first look at New Sobek City. You're gonna have tanks, you're gonna have support vehicles, attack helicopters. I'm guessing we're gonna have jets as well. And this is gonna be one of the bigger maps of Battlefield 6 on launch. So this was worth paying attention to as well. And we also have the Sledgehammer, which is now an all-kit melee weapon in Battlefield 6. I believe it was first announced as an assault gadget, but now it's an all-kit melee weapon. It can be used to smash walls and other structures with 1 or 2 direct impacts and inflict a small amount of damage to vehicles. Pretty slow to equip and swing, but a guaranteed one-hit kill. If you break the floor, be careful with the height of the ground. So it's a very strong weapon, but a slow one as well. That's how you balance stuff in video games. And one thing's very interesting, not only about the Sledgehammer, but about all of the weapons. You're gonna get mud and blood on your weapon based on the situation. As you can see, that's also the case for the Sledgehammer after you execute the enemy. So that's also a good little detail right there. Now let's talk about those BFLabs invites, okay? According to Battlefield Bulletin, invites to Battlefield Labs are now taking place on a more frequent basis and for more individuals as we get close to the launch of Battlefield 6. That said, EA is resending invites to the upcoming playtests with the corrected link to RSVP. If you receive an email from EA.com or E.EA.com, they're both legit. So keep checking your inbox. Despite being a content creator, I haven't been invited to the Battlefield Labs playtests. Never even played it. The only time I could get my hands on the game was the open beta. I had early access and I played the open beta as well for 2 weeks, and that was great. But talking about Battlefield Labs, I have nothing to do with it. Not yet, okay? And finally, let's talk about a leak, which I obviously can't show it to you, but someone was able to run New Sobek City with bots in Battlefield Labs. The entire map was launched and those kind of stuff. And in that video, the dude was actually holding a weapon with a golden skin. Now, at the beginning of the video, I wanted you guys to comment down below and let me know what you think about golden weapons. But like it or not, even in real world, we have golden weapons. But it's not like you see them everywhere and they're basically rare to come by. So I would say I wouldn't have a problem with a gold skin as long as I don't get pink skins and red skins and those kind of stuff, or shiny green diamond skins. I don't really like them, but as long as it's a gold weapon skin, in my opinion, that's not going to be something to complain about. Honestly, if you want to complain about stuff, go complain about something that actually makes sense, okay? Because a gold weapon skin isn't something that you want to complain about, because I've seen a lot of people just commenting down below on Twitter, saying ridiculous stuff. We have bigger fish to fry. Issues with Battlefield 6 will pop up exactly after launch, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot more to basically worry about compared to a ridiculous gold skin on a weapon. So that was all we had for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope this video was helpful, somewhat informative. If you want to get guides on Battlefield 6 as soon as it drops, if you want to have gameplay, tricks, weapon loadouts, all those kind of stuff, this is a place for you. And I'm going to be covering all things Battlefield here on the channel. So do make sure to stay tuned, and thank you all guys for watching. Until next time, guys, stay cool.